this is really, really difficult. Because while I'm very cutthroat, I do have sympathy and empathy. I understand what depression can do to people. I think unless you ever really experience what it means to be suicidal, it's really hard for some people to understand what depression and that state can look like. So I will also say I'm not a psychologist or registered therapist. So please take everything I say with a grain of salt. I have enough confidence in what I do that I'm able to say that. And I always encourage to see a professional. Now, with this disclaimer being said, here comes my Anna advice. When women struggle and women face something similar to the man you're currently seeing, they need to be protected. There should be either another woman, there should be a mother, there should be even a man, or there should be a village, because this is what it was like back in the day, looking after the woman struggling. Because that's what femininity is also made for, helping each other, womanhood, sisterhood, right? And women are bad at struggling because it pushes us into our masculine energy. This is why we need men to protect us. So when we struggle, we don't go into survival mode, into our masculine energy, hyper independent, resentful, and bitter. Because that's really poisonous for our mind. Women heavily rely on other women for problem solving. Men rarely do this. And when they do address problems to male other friends, it is only a couple of sentences. Other male friends will empathize with them, but it's like this underlying rule that they all have to go through it themselves in a way. Think about how they feel about a woman helping. It goes against biology, their instinct to create and build and provide and build themselves as a man. It goes against their ego too. If he's a healthy masculine man, I only mean from his biological instincts, he will not feel good about you as his romantic partner that he also loves, helping him to become better. It will feel odd because it goes against the relationship dynamics that I believe in works best for women to be the happiest and men to be the happiest. So what I would do in your case is to support him through your feminine energy. I wouldn't give him too much financial support. I wouldn't give him too much support that you verbally fix his problems for him or suggest solutions, because he needs to find these solutions himself. I would talk about positive goals or things you see for him and you in your relationship in the future. And I'm not talking about marriage, all these things. I would talk about certain holidays you want to go on to. I would even talk about yourself a little bit and certain goals you have in life, and always approach it with positivity, because that in itself is also quite supportive, because you're not a naggy Nelly sitting next to him always talking about the problem. Inspire him through your sensual feminine energy to become a better man for you and for himself. That's how you help a man to become his muse that enriches his life, to get inspired to do better and become a better man. It is all fueled by the threat of losing you. You instill the threat of him thinking that he's losing you by speaking positively about the future and all the goals you have for yourself, because you're creating an energetic mismatch. This is all happening psychologically. If you talk about all of these goals and a certain standard you're holding yourself to, and he's not really up there yet, his male ego will motivate himself, if he truly loves you, and I think he does, to keep up with you. Now he's inspired by himself. What do I always say? Men need to feel that they're in charge. This is why we seduce. We make him feel good that it is his idea we're encouraging.